lot of times success doesn't necessarily follow your timeline, but if you stick at it and you just keep working at it, eventually you'll figure it out and you'll break through, but you just can't give up. You got to be willing to step beyond yourself, and when you need it, ask for help and be willing to accept it. You need to find a core tool set for yourself that's going to essentially accomplish the tasks that you need to do each and every day in your business. I don't stop, I don't quit, I don't give up. And that's a conscious decision. We create with words, and you've got to simply create the circumstances in your own mind that it's not going to stop you and it's not going to get in your way.
When you focus on the pain, it gets more intense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why I think work can really support you as long as you are paying attention to your body in the same time.
It's all about mindset. It's all about not letting yourself become overwhelmed by it and making a conscious decision about what you're going to do next. Think about pain not as a punishment, but as a teacher, because pain is your body notifying you of circumstances within your own body.
And there's going to be some days where we can do things that we're going to feel better, and there's going to be other days where we just have to ride through it.
Having all the money in the world is wonderful, but if you don't have a lot of those things that I just mentioned, what's the money good for anyway? As long as I'm working, I'll feel viable, and I'll do much better than I would do if I'm having to just sit in a chair all day long and moaning. Focus in on what task it is that you're trying to do and eliminate everything else. Don't worry about anything else. Just focus on the one thing that you need to be able to do and accomplish that, and not be afraid to experiment or to try.
Don't try to learn everything, because you don't need to know everything.
Take a second to sit back and ask, is this normal behavior? If it isn't, then don't move forward, because that's one of the ways that cyber criminals, hackers, etc., use to basically violate the trust of your machine. What I try to do is I look at what are the tasks that I carry out on a daily basis, and I try to automate as much of that as I can. The development of a software application is not a trivial thing. One, it takes a lot of time, takes a lot of money, typically, and it requires a lot of ongoing effort in terms of fixing bugs and maintenance. What good is it for me to have 10 different graphic editors unless each one does something unique that the other doesn't do? You get a single graphic editor or maybe two, and they will do pretty much everything you need to do. Our eyes are bigger than our stomachs, so to speak. So we tend to credit ourselves with the ability to do things that we really can't do. And so we tend to go a little bit hog wild when it comes down to buying these things. One of the first things I think for most people that's really critical is trying to get yourself in a position as quickly as you can to where you're actually working on your business, not in your business. If you're a solopreneur, you do everything, which means you not only work during the day, but often you work at night too, because you got to do the books, you do everything, right? I had some salespeople that actually made more money than I did as the owner of the business. But for me, that was a good thing, because if they're making money, that means I'm making money. Even as a small business person, you need to document what your processes are and turn things into systems. If I'm an organization, what do I need to be thinking about if I'm going to implement AI in my organization? Isolate and really focus in on a particular problem. Don't try to solve every problem. Find some solution that you can be a master of solving and really just focus in on that one thing, because the name of the game is getting through the door, because most sales will come from your existing clients. To get through the door, you need to find out what is that one problem that client or that group of clients, what is the one problem that they all have, that whatever it is that you have will solve for them, and that you can deliver in a unique way that differentiates you from everybody else in the market. If you sell the benefit and you focus on their problem, you're going to have a much higher level of success. As fast as you lose energy, you're going to lose the ability to really forge and push ahead. So really focus on your health. Take the time for it.